It is actually episode 2 in one day, in part because I'd come across a story that was worthy of sharing. And I'm like, hey, listen, Thursday is a very, very busy traffic day when it comes to the economic report, and Friday, not so much. And the story is so good that why on earth would I want to make, why would I want to wait until Monday to share it when I can share it today? And I want to make sure that we're sharing that with you because it's a great story. And so this today I went ahead and took things to another level, and I put up my, dare we say, my dry erase board back here. And let's take a look here. It's a new feature that we're putting here at the economic report. If I can move things just a bit, just so you can see things a little better, maybe, just maybe, we can go ahead and share with you and get a story across, because the story is really super worth sharing. And so as the story goes, uh, there was $175,000, like $175,000 stuck in a wall, right? Now think about that for a second. What exactly is going on to have $175,000 stuck in a wall? But so the backstory is very, very interesting. There was $175,000 stuck on a wall that a contractor found, and maybe you can relate to the story, because this home was from the about 1930s, and so you have an idea. This home's from the 1930s, and that was during a period known as the Great Depression inside of the United States. It's a super powerful story because inside this story, you'll find that, well, people didn't trust banks. They weren't putting money in banks. And you may say to yourself, well, geez, 175 grand's a pretty good chunk of change, like today in 2025. How on earth did somebody wind up with 175,000 bucks back in the 1930s, right? And so here's the other part of the story. So this money had been there for a long period of time. It was inside a coffee can or two. And why I share this with you is, check it out. This money came in all different forms, like $500 bills, $100 bills, big, big amounts of money. And hey, welcome to the Economic Report. Thank you for joining me. And if you like today's story, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. And if you have questions, whether it's Darvin, whether it's Adriana, go ahead. We're talking about 175,000 bucks stuck in the wall of an old house, right? Like, it's a crazy story. And if you like this kind of a story, go ahead, give me a thumbs up, hit like, hit subscribe, or drop a comment below, because I will try to answer these things, because it's a great, great question. So 175,000 bucks stuck in a wall. Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can change the coloring here. No, that might be a little bit better for the viewers here. So 175,000 bucks. It was from like the 1930s, right? Stuck in a wall. $1,000 bills. There's a $10,000 bill in there. It's the darndest thing you'd ever heard of before, right? And so I'm sharing this with you because this is from a time period known as the Great Depression. Translation: remember, the banks closed. Adriana, thank you for liking and subscribing. You are amazing. People like you really do make a difference in this channel. And anybody else that likes and subscribes, I appreciate it. Darvin, thank you. You are amazing as well. I appreciate you giving me that vote of confidence. And of course, YouTube really likes that as well. And if there should be other people watching the story, feel free to invite them. I'd love to have more and more people here at this, because it's a great story, and it's maybe a story within a story, if you can figure that out. Lots of very, very important stuff going on in this story. So the money found in a wall. House, it was originally built like 1910, 1920, but the people who lived in the house during the 1930s, well, they they had some kind of a business that was going on, and it looks a little bit suspicious, right? Like seriously, who has 175,000 bucks in cash on them, right? And so there's a lot of speculation that like during the 1920s and 1930s, these people were bootleggers. Does anybody know what a bootlegger is? Drop it in the comments below, because it's kind of an interesting story on top of this, right? So people made alcohol illegally back in the day. Alcohol was actually illegal for a time period inside the United States. So the speculation is the people who were sticking money in this coffee can were bootleggers. They were probably selling alcohol illegally and didn't know what to do, so they were selling cash, right? Thank you, Darvin. I appreciate it. So with that, this person accumulates all kinds of money, can't put it in the banks because it's number one, it's illegal. Number two, it's really super suspicious. And of course, if you're a guy and all of a sudden you live in a neighborhood like Collinwood, Ohio, right in Cleveland, and you keep on depositing more and more money in the bank, well, people are going to start asking questions, right? So this person kept on putting money in the coffee can, put money in the coffee can, had accumulated $175,000 stuck in this coffee can. And then the story ends. We don't know who it was who was putting the money in there. We don't know what the circumstances were. But boy, we can still talk about this because it's kind of crazy. And I'm making sure we're understanding the bigger story here, because that money sat there really until about the year 2000, right? And sure enough, somebody found it. They were doing repairs to the house. You can imagine this circumstance, right? Doing some repairs on this house, pulling out the old plasterboard, trying to fix this house up so you can rent it out. And what do they find? Well, they look up on their coffee can, the wall has come down. They reach up in there, a coffee can loaded with money. It's flipping amazing. And you can imagine the look on the guy's face when he found the coffee can loaded with that money. And so, what do? What does he do? Well, he doesn't tell the owner of the property. He loads up the money in his car and goes out on a shopping spree. And he went out and, sure enough, went down to the grocery store, paid his aunt back the money he owed, and he had the biggest shopping cart loaded with lobster and crab and steak, you name it, because today's his lucky day, like without a doubt. And sure enough, what does he find? Well, he passes out the cash, $100 bills, $500 bills at the grocery store, and you got to say that would probably be like super, super suspicious, right? So they got the guy's license plate. They called the sheriff. The sheriff called the Secret Service. The Secret Service showed up at the guy's door and saying, hey, where does money come from? So how did you wind up with $175,000 in cash in the 1930s? The guy swore up and down that it was real money. He wasn't counterfeiting it. But of course, the big story became, well, whose money was it? So the last check of the story, there were a bunch of people that were suing each other over who the money belongs to. But a lot of that money is money that doesn't even get made anymore. $10,000 bills, $5,000 bills, $500 bills, you get the picture. And that's a great story. But the story with the story is, it's a story about inflation. Like seriously, how much money would you need in today's money, 2025, to equal 175,000 bucks in 1932? I mean, it's a crazy, crazy number. Over 4 million. And buying power today in 2025 to equal the buying power of 175,000 bucks back in 1932. And so there's a story that paper money is constantly losing money. And part of the reason why people invest, part of the reason why people put money in the stock market is to try to beat inflation, because that 175,000 bucks stuck on a wall, it did nothing but lose value, which is a crazy thought about it. And of course, there's a collector's portion of this But the big picture is the markets and people and their money always are looking for some way to get a return, a better return on their monies. And if you understand that concept, and we're really talking about something that matters and matters a ton. Hey, I'm Brian here, and thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I've been giving shout outs to everybody who likes and subscribes today. Why? Because you help make this channel run. And maybe more important than that, YouTube says that's the best way to pay any kind of content you like. It's with a like and a subscribe. And so I appreciate you going the extra mile for me when we do things like that. Hey, folks, I want to remind you this is the second episode live today. I will have a long form video come out here in the not too distant future. If you are liked, you are subscribed, you get the long forms. You also get the shorts. Those things delivered right to your inbox. My name is Brian here at the Economic Report, and I want to remind you that the biggest battle you fight is the one between your ears over your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Go out, make a difference today, and don't forget to say hello because it doesn't cost a cent and you make somebody's day. Have a great day, and I'll catch you tomorrow.